think credit repair is simply sending disputes, but that is so far from the truth. It's so much more, and definitely not a clear description of what it really is. And so today I'm breaking down exactly what credit repair is and how you can stop getting played. You can source a reliable credit repair company, expert, specialist, and you can begin to leverage your credit so that you can get the most out of life. You can get exactly what it is you desire, because that's the point anyway. Credit is all about having options. I say that all the time. My name is Janisha. I'm the founder of Ready Start Grow Credit Consulting. I have been in this space for the last 6.5 years. And let me tell you, I have helped hundreds get approved for a home, find funding for their business, just ultimately have a better credit profile so they can do the simple things like a cell phone, like alarms, like a vehicle. So much is credit dependent. And so today I'm going to be helping you understand what it really is and giving you a few little tips and recommendations that you can take away from this video and readily apply. The first thing I want you to understand is that it is about the laws. There are federal consumer protection laws that make sure that each and every person has the same advantage when it comes to obtaining credit, when it comes to obtaining funding or lines of credit. That is the purpose of credit repair. That is the bare bones purpose. However, that is not always the case. And so what happens is you yourself or a credit repair specialist need to go and challenge the items that are being reported on your credit report. It doesn't matter if the account is yours. It doesn't matter if the account is not yours. But what matters is it being reported correctly? And that goes to personal information. You may have name variations. You may have the wrong date of birth. For example, my credit report used to list my correct date, month and date of birth, but my sister's birth year. And so making sure that every single item is correct. Even if it's an account that's yours, is the date of last activity correct? Is the open date reported? Going into these little errors to find the reason why this account must be deleted from your credit report, why it is harmful to you as the consumer. That's what credit repair is. And so 2 things that I want you to write down: the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and the second thing is the FDCPA, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Now, where having a reputable credit repair company really makes the difference is that, okay, you know the laws, but do you know how to cite them appropriately? Do you know how to build a case? Do you know how to build a file for a particular account so that if it does go as far as a court, or if it does go as far as some kind of damages, have you set that up appropriately so that you can come out on the winning side? And I will tell you that creditors, collectors, and I don't want to say too much about the credit bureaus, but they all depend on you not knowing the laws, not being knowledgeable, so that they will always be advantageous. So many times I've seen creditors sue clients, and clients are so afraid to even go to court that there's an automatic judgment. But when I advise my client, go to court, half the time, I would say literally 50% of the time, the original creditor doesn't even show up, literally doesn't even show up, and they won that case. So it's very important to understand laws, how to apply them, and from the very start of your disputing, set that case up so if it goes as far as it can go, you know you're on the winning side of it, right? Number 2 is all about investigating accuracies. That is a key component to credit repair. So number 1 is understanding the laws and how to cite them appropriately. Number 2 is understanding how to investigate for accuracy. So when you start disputing, you are challenging the credit bureau. Say, hey, I see what you're reporting already, but is what you're reporting truly what's supposed to be reported? And if it is, I want you to go and investigate that again, and then come back to me and tell me that it's correct. Then I want you to go and talk to the creditor and collector and say, hey, I see what you're reporting to the credit bureaus, and then they are reporting on my credit report, but I want you to show me where that's accurate. Provide me some supporting documentation. Provide to me an original contract. Provide to me statements. Provide to me where I signed. Provide to me, my open date, my close date, the first date that I failed to pay. Those are things that you are investigating. And so in your investigation, I want you to remember this. I'm looking for an error. Now, there are some errors that are readily identifiable, and I'll just make a video on that. But there are some errors that are easy to identify just by looking at the credit report. And some you may have to do a little digging. But I will say, 8 out of 10 accounts, most accounts are going to have an error, even your positive accounts. So I want you to keep a couple things in mind when it comes to investigating accuracy. Number 1, investigate. Ask for the information. Number 2, keep a paper trail of what you send, of what you receive. A lot of times what you're asking for is not even what they provide to you. And that is a way of them kind of getting around it. And then lastly, you want to not only keep that documentation, but you want to start with a strategy right from the beginning and build it. Build on your strategy as you go throughout the disputing process. I see so many people, when they dispute for themselves, they quit because they have no strategy. They have a tool or a trick or something that they heard online or social media, and they try it, but ultimately it doesn't yield any results because they don't know how to dispute with strategy right from the beginning. Number 3 is the most important, and I might get a little heat for saying that, but if you're taking the time to learn how to dispute for yourself, or you're investing and hiring a reputable credit repair company, but you are not rebuilding your credit, you are not adding positive lines of credit that will ultimately boost your score, that will support your credit profile, then you've done nothing. You've went from a bad report to a thin report, which is not going to equal funding. Whereas at least if you add positive lines of credit, you are then putting yourself in a position where those negative accounts or those derogatory marks are getting older and older each and every day. And so here are some recommendations that you can take today and start making a dramatic improvement in your credit score, in your credit report. Number 1, if you don't have a credit card, you need one. You need between 1 and 3 credit cards, and you want to pay on those credit cards on time, every time. At least start with a secured card. I recommend OpenSky. I'm going to put the link in the description. Second, if you don't have an installment loan is a loan where it's for a set period of time and you're paying the exact same amount each time, you need one. And so I recommend Self-Lender. I'm going to put the link in the description. Okay. And so an installment loan is going to be like an auto loan. It's going to be like a student loan. It's going to be one of those loans, again, where you're paying the same thing each and every month. And then lastly, you want to do the bare minimum. And when I say the bare minimum, I don't mean paying the minimum that you can pay. I want you to make sure that your credit utilization is below 10%. And I also want you to make a commitment to yourself that you will no longer have any late payments. No more late payments, because those are the things that will ultimately boost your credit profile. Nobody really cares about credit, but I know you do care about if your children have space to run around the house, if they have a backyard, if you're able to live in a safe neighborhood, if you're able to have reliable transportation to and from work, or just to go wherever you want to go, if you're able to acquire funding so that your business can go to the next level. Those are the things that I know actually matter, and credit is what's holding you back. And so if you are looking to repair your credit, only if you are serious, click the link in the description box. Schedule a consultation. You can either speak to me or someone on my team. And in that initial call, we're going to create strategy. We're going to talk to you about how you would go about disputing each and every account. We're going to give you access to your own client portal where you can see everything that's being done for you. No gimmicks, no games. Also, you're going to receive a detailed credit analysis as well as a custom credit repair plan. We want this process to go super fast for you. And what a consultation does is it helps us talk directly to you, not in general terms, and to get you going. Most times credit repair takes between 6 and 12 months. That's easy time that you're going to waste either trying to do it yourself, especially if you don't have the time to learn how to do it correctly, or not taking full advantage of having that education, having someone to say, hey, this is what you do next, this is what we're doing now. Or if you know you're too busy, that's when credit repair is going to be a really good option for you. If you're interested in getting started, click that link. Now, I want to take a moment to talk to my entrepreneurs, those who are in the credit repair space. I know you've started a credit repair business and it hasn't taken off the way you wanted it to take off. Well, let me tell you this. I have been there, but I have been able to break through that barrier, to overcome that obstacle, and really start seeing success in my business when I created systems. And so I am dropping a course in November-ish, and it is going to talk about how to scale your credit repair business to 6 figures consistently. This course details how to outsource, how to hire, when to hire, scripts, operating procedures, all the things you need so that your business can run without you, so that your business can grow without you feeling overwhelmed. So click the link in the description if you would like to get added to the email list. And also, I have a Facebook community for everyone. If you are interested in all things credit, I will link the description for that as well in my bio. And I look forward to talking to you again in the next one. Bye.